Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason.
Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Colorado's offense will have the football first. And there he is, the prolific veteran Danny Scudero. He's going to get plenty of targets, and in fact, this ought to be one of the better wide receiver matchups you'll see. This is what we expected, this crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Lewis. Way off target there. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis finds his target. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, T.J. Moore. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Searching for space. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. On the ground, it's Young. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll run him again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Atkins. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Lewis from the gun on third down. Rush right in his face. He gets away. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. He's looking to pass. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Rush is on. Makes a connection. Breaks free, and he might be gone. You can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Oh, spins away. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no...
Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Working that left side now. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Pulling and finds his man on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Lewis makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Buffaloes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Working the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Might as well run him again. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big gain. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Throwing, Lewis. He's got the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Buffaloes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Under heat, he gets rid of it. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Making his first move. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Here comes the heat. Fires on the move. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Fresh set of downs going up top. Back's got it on the screen. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the option. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Haynes. Breaks into the open. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. 2nd and long here. Right side, it's Wesco. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. On the move, he fires. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10, here he comes. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. About to start the second period here. Holly, what have you got on the weather?
Well, guys, as I mentioned, early in that first quarter, there was some rain. But the bad news, it is getting very heavy right now. Players are starting to rush and grab their jackets, trying to get towels to dry off the ball. Things are starting to get a little bit crazy down here on the sideline as the rain is really coming down. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Out wide right, it's Welsh. Bring him down. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Keeps it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it again on the option. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Straight ahead, it's Young. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. On his way back from the 20. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start this season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team. And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Run in the red zone, it's Haynes. There's a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Trying to get the corner. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense got it, they're on the run. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
3rd and 6 yards to go. He's looking to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keep. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Needs it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Right side, it's Brown. Inside the 35. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's dropped.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Out wide right, it's Brown. Touchdown, Tigers! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. This quarterback part of their running game. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Lewis to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hits the hole. It's Haynes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Lewis. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. The Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. Fields the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. The run inside. It's Haynes. Turning it on. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The kick is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Pulls it, fired complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Lewis. He'll get rid of it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On the move, it's Young. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Right side, it's Brown. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Buffs now use their third and final timeout. Here's Lewis to throw. Oh, he wants it all. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Lewis wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 17 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Red Raiders who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Death Valley. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Quick give. It's Young. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Second and long here. Lewis hauls it in. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground here, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain.
Snags it and he's open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Driving forward, it's Davidson. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Just feeds the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Pushes ahead. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Smashes it between the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Throwing, Lewis. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's Lewis. Rush right in his face. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead he gives up the big safety.
On the return. Nice move there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Taken down right away. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, bro.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Here's Lewis to throw. Left side is Atkins. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And now this offense will take the field again. Sells the run, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. There he goes. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Lewis. Caught. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hits inside, it's Young. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis to throw. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. At the end of that play, whistles blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Had to throw it before he wanted. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Drops back on first down. Look out! Out wide right, it's Davidson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Unloads it left. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
They put the brakes on him. 3rd and long right here. They want to throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Throwing, Lewis. Here comes the heat. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. On the gun on third down, Lewis. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch at the 45. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. They give it back to him. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Long way to go on second down. Here's Lewis to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets a block. Spinderella. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Running inside, it's Johnson.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his big tight end. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 2nd and 3. Out wide left, it's Moore. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Clemson set up with another first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Extending the play. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Nice move there. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Trying to run, it's Davidson. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Clemson! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the return, it's Perry. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Lewis, under pressure, pulls it in down the sideline. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Lewis to throw. Left side is Young. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. To the air again, Lewis. He lets one fly deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down, Lewis. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Still running at the 35. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Just got a first down on the ground, now to throw. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Finds his big tight end. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Clemson now operating in the red zone. In the red area, it's Davidson. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Throwing, Lewis turns it upfield. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Lewis wants to pass. Finds his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's Lewis again. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Second and long here. Here's Lewis to throw. Looking for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that, just consistent.